Hey everybody, it's Rob Nazarian with Talk Android, and we'll continue on with some Moto X guides here. We want to talk about Assist, and that's a new version of Smart Actions. You'll find Assist right in your app drawer, and also when you first turn on your phone, you'll see it, I believe, in the notifications reminding you that it's something to try out. Now, if you remember Smart Actions, that was something that was installed, I believe, on the RAZRs, all the RAZRs, RAZR and the RAZR HD, and I think the Atrix as well, where it allowed you to have all kinds of different settings that you could customize, like, for example, putting your phone to sleep at a certain time, or if I'm on Wi-Fi, do this, or whatever. And that's just one of the settings there. Now, there's three areas here: driving, meeting, and sleeping. They've really simplified it, and now it's just called Assist. And I think, you know, Smart Actions was very cool, but I think it was also a little too complex for most people. Driving is the big aspect right now, since the Moto X is all about voice control and not needing to use your hands all the time. If we go into the driving, you see it opens up right off the bat, and there are two areas that you need to be concerned with: Talk to Me and Resume Music Play. Talk to Me, as it says here, will read text messages and tell me who's calling. And then you can hit this arrow here and go into some further settings, read text messages and tell me who's calling, and you can uncheck either one of those. And also you can have a reply with a text message to go automatically that I'm driving and I'll get back to you, or do not reply at all. Now, in my testing, I was not able to get the read text messages to work whatsoever for me. I've tried rebooting, I've tried everything, and this is an early edition of the phone. It's not even officially released yet, so I think that might have something to do with it. However, the who's calling works great. So when somebody calls me, it'll announce, Robert Nazarian is calling, say answer to answer, or ignore to ignore. Say answer or ignore. And you can say either, and that'll be the end of it. You never have to touch your phone. Now, Resume Music Play is something that may or may not interest most people, because if you have Bluetooth in your car, you don't really need it, because what usually happens is once your phone connects to the Bluetooth in your car, the music or whatever you were playing will usually automatically resume. And this actually will take a little while for the phone to realize you're driving. So you may actually drive a block or two before it actually starts anyway. So it really doesn't make much sense. So I leave that unchecked. Now, moving on, we'll go into meeting. And meeting is what you can do here is based on, this is now going to be based on your calendar. So it's going to look at your calendar and look to where you're busy. And now it's going to tell you here, keep your phone silent during these times, and you can check it. And also, once you check it, you can say basically silence everything, turns off ringtone and vibrate, or allow vibrate only. And you can also, this is really cool, it'll allow anybody who's listed as a favorite, anybody you've starred in your contacts, it'll allow any of those to come through if you want. Or you can just check someone calls twice. So obviously, if it's very important, they call you a second time, then it will allow you to ring. And that's 2 times within 5 minutes. Now, if you have a lot of favorites in your contacts, you may want to go with someone calls twice, because even though they're a favorite, that doesn't necessarily mean it's an emergency. I mean, usually for situations like this, you reserve it to a family member, someone like your mom or whatever that, you know, might have an absolute emergency in certain situations. Now, the next thing is sleeping. This is very simple. You can just basically set the times every day, and that includes weekends, that you're going to go to sleep. And of course, it's just basically a guide. And then you can also, again, select silence, and you can again do favorites, or if someone calls twice. I think in this particular situation, for sure, favorites may be a problem, because, you know, they're going to wake you up. So if you have a bunch of favorites, forget it. Just put someone calls twice, and tell your mother, whomever, if it's in the middle of the night, you're just going to have to call me twice within 5 minutes and it will come through. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell. It's very simple, very straightforward, and just makes things a lot easier for the average person. I think Motorola did a very good job with this. Now, one thing I want to point out, and a couple other settings we talked about in one of our other guides, is that you can do, see, we go into settings here, and what we can do in security is trusted devices here. You want to basically check on that. If now right now my Bluetooth is probably turned off. Let me see. Yeah, it's turned off. So, oh no, actually it's turned on. Oh no, the reason why it's actually dimmed out is because I don't have a lock screen on. That's why. So this, if you have a lock screen on with a PIN code or passcode, what will happen is you'll be able to select on this, and you'll be able to select Bluetooth devices that you trust. This is also, I know, not really part of Assist, but this is another area of customization and settings, and this is really cool because if you are in your car, your lock screen will be removed, and it will just be you know, a slide to unlock, which means that, you know, assuming you're in your car, then the phone is with you, and it's safe. It's safe to, you know, there's no need to lock the device. Unfortunately, there's no Wi-Fi trusted device, but this makes things a lot easier for your hands-free in the car. So make sure you take a look at that trusted devices there. Actually, what you want, I'll just quickly show you. Let me just go into security here, and I'll install a lock screen, and I'll put in a pin 111, which I don't normally go with, and I do not recommend 4 ones. And whoops, messed that up. Go back into security again, and there you go, trusted devices is chosen, and then you can hit your pin and go in there, and you can any devices that are paired, you can then select them. Right now I don't have any paired to this device, but that's how that works. And one other setting that I want to go over is in battery. Again, not part of Assist. I guess they could have made it that way. But if I go down here to battery, there's battery saver off or on. This will generally come on when you have 15% left in battery. But this is something you might want to turn on, and what it's going to do is just sync the phone a lot less, and maybe some other minor things, change the display a little bit at times, and it's going to help your battery last a lot longer. I know Motorola is promising 24 hours battery life, but I have a feeling that's going to be more with the battery saver on, although you do get great battery life with it off. But that's just another customization setting that I wanted to show you. It's not part of Assist again, but it's kind of like it. So there's Assist, driving, meeting, sleeping, very simple. Go on in, set your settings to way you like, and everything should be kosher. So I hope this helped, and I appreciate you watching. This is Rob Nazarian with Talk Android.